Goku was fighting against the last form of Majin Buu on the planet of the Supreme Kaiosama. The Saiyan, without strength, holds a huge Genki-Dama ready to throw it against his opponent and proceeds to say goodbye to one of the strongest villains he has faced. With the little energy he has left, Goku throws the powerful technique in the face of Majin Buu's atonic expression. A moment later, a battle of resistance begins to see who will receive all the power of the Genki-Dama. Just before Goku gets the restoration of his energy, he has a diffuse vision of someone very similar to him, with a red cloth on his forehead and scars on his face that calls him by his name. Goku is surprised and confused by what he has just seen, and for a moment he loses his concentration in the battle. In total disadvantage, he receives the Genki-Dama that he himself created. Goku shouts in anger and negation to see that the battle is lost. Bardock is resting with his comrades after conquering the planet Kanasa. Suddenly, a villager appears out of nowhere and gives him a strong blow to the neck, leaving him dizzy and very sore. The intrepid villager is hit and seriously injured when he receives an energy ball. With an agonizing voice, he tells Bardock that the blow he just gave him is a special technique that allows him to have premonitions of what will happen in the future, warning them that their race will have a catastrophic end. The villager, while giving the warning, stops surprised. "But how is it possible?" says the villager. "Your planet is supposed to explode. I do not understand." At that moment, Bardock does not understand anything he is hearing, and without thinking, he throws a powerful energy at him, calcifying him in the act. Seconds later, Bardock is weak and decides to return. On his way to the planet Vegeta, through a receiver, he receives the order that all the Saiyans must meet by order of Frieza. Bardock suddenly begins to have strange dreams of all the Saiyans dying in a big explosion. He wonders why his mind imagined such a thing when he arrives and finds himself better after leaving the recovery chamber. He hears in his mind the crying of his little son, Goku, and moments of his life that he cannot understand. Bardock goes to his home, where he finds his wife, Hine, who is next to the incubator where his low-class son is. While he still has images in his mind of the planet being destroyed, Bardock talks to his wife and convinces her to provisionally send Kakarot out of the planet, since he feels that something bad is going to happen. Why does Frieza want all the Saiyans to be reunited, he wondered, while stealing a capsule and sending his son to a planet called Earth. He receives a transmission through his tracker from one of his Saiyan companions who was on the conquered planet. Soon he goes to the nearby planet where his comrades are being massacred by several members of Frieza's personal guard because they did not obey the order to return to planet Vegeta. Bardock, seeing his friends of all life dead just for not returning in time, gets angry, shoots up, and faces the personal guard. He is seriously injured after avenging his Saiyan friends, and almost defeated, he again has visions of Frieza killing planet Vegeta. But something happens. His premonition quickly changes to a completely normal planet and manages to see a golden-haired warrior. Bardock asks himself furiously, "Golden hair? Is it the Super Saiyan that Frieza fears so much?" He wonders, "What's happening to me? It is supposed to be a legend." He quickly returns to planet Vegeta. He gets off his ship quite weak and bleeding and goes to the rest area to warn his fellow warriors who are about to die if they do not join to stop Frieza. Bardock only hears laughter and mockery. "Damn you all!" Bardock shouts, full of anger and impotence. Before leaving, while he walks staggering and staining the ground with his own blood, he has new visions of himself dying and his planet exploding. Suddenly, his vision changes to a confrontation between a golden-haired warrior and Frieza. Bardock is filled with confusion and many questions. Due to his wounds, he almost unconsciously falls to the ground, and before falling to the ground, someone with a firm arm and hair similar to his holds him, being weak and thinking that perhaps it is another vision. "Kakarot, is it you?" the voice asks. A very bright light blinds him completely. As he dissipates, Goku looks confused around him and asks, "Majin Buu? Where am I? Did I die? Where is everyone?" Desperate, he tries to feel the ki of his friends but finds none, only manages to feel hundreds of small ki in a nearby place. Goku flies with the intention of reaching that place and finding out where it is, realizing that the gravity is much greater than that of the Earth. I'm not at home, nor on the planet of the Supreme Kaiosama, that's for sure. On the way, he meets a village full of civilians and stops to ask what he can. As he descends, people are worried and begin to get nervous. Among them, a young woman comes out to question him. The woman looks at him impressed since the form of her hair is exactly the same as that of her husband and her little son. "Who are you? You look a lot like Goku," she asks. Goku, kind and somewhat embarrassed, says he doesn't know how he got here and that he just wants to know what place this is. People around him murmur about the dislocation of the Saiyan. The woman, somewhat nervous and with a flustered heart, says to him stammering, "This is Sector 13. Goku frowns, fearing the worst about Planet Vegeta. An atonic look and doubt invades Kakarot's face as he falls to his knees. He can't understand how he's on a planet that was supposed to have been destroyed. It's impossible. Frieza didn't destroy the planet long ago, he thinks. The woman doesn't believe what she is hearing. She thinks the guy in front of her is babbling. "What do you say? Who are you? What's your name?" she asks. Goku stops to think. Wait a minute. If he really is on planet Vegeta, it would mean that his possible destruction has not yet occurred. So he doesn't want to alarm the people around him. He gets up with a big, friendly smile and apologizes. "Hi, I'm Goku. I ask you to forgive me for what I said." The woman is surprised and does not perceive in him any evil aura. "My name is Jinne," she replies. Goku apologizes to her and everyone, and his intention is to continue investigating why he is here. The Saiyan rises and continues his way. Jinne follows him with his gaze, wondering why he is so familiar. During the flight, Goku feels a very familiar ki approaching the planet. It is the Frieza ki and the Special Forces. Goku stops his flight dry, trying to understand what is happening, while he senses the strong killer ki approaching. What? Did I come back in time? At the moment before Planet Vegeta was destroyed? Goku wonders. If that is the case, it means that if I don't do anything, everyone will die. My father, my mother, all these people. Goku finds himself in a strong dilemma between not intervening in the natural course of history or preventing the destruction of the planet where he is. He seriously thinks about whether it would be correct to save hundreds of thousands of Saiyans or not to keep arms crossed while an entire race is annihilated. Goku tightly closes his fists, not knowing what to do or the implications that this could have. But he doesn't have much time. The evil Emperor's ki approaches every second from the heights. Goku observes a nearby village with dozens of inhabitants, including several children with a tail who play happily. The Saiyan is moved, thinking, "I can't let them die." Seconds later, he observes in the sky a small ship entering the atmosphere, emitting a fireball. Goku feels a very weak ki, but strangely familiar. Someone is traveling inside. His ki had never felt it, but it is familiar to him. Without hesitation, he decides to fly to the place where he plans to land the ship. Later, Goku sees in the distance the ship descending into a kind of Saiyan fortress. He clearly sees a man bleeding out of the ship, and when he sees his face, Goku is surprised to feel a strong sensation in his chest. But it looks like me. Is it my father? Goku wonders. Kakarot is frozen for a moment, trying to decide what to do, because he has many questions in his mind. Is it really my father? Is it correct to introduce myself in front of him if he is so wounded? Maybe he comes from fighting with an enemy. Maybe it was with Frieza. He only knows one thing for sure. The look of that bloodied man is determined and fearful. I would not let this planet die without fighting. Without thinking more, Goku moves quickly to get to the entrance where he saw that man enter, without the guards being able to see him. He observes the ground and confirms that there is a trace of blood. He goes down to that place and reaches a corridor. As he goes through the place, Goku revises over and over again the idea of the fate that awaits planet Vegeta. At the end of the corridor, he hears murmurs and a man screaming with firmness, "Damn you all!" Seconds later, Goku sees a man holding on to the wall while leaving a trace of blood. He falls down. The Saiyan quickly holds him before he falls to the ground. "Kakarot, is it you?" the weak man asks. Goku is stunned when he hears his name from the mouth of that weakened man. So it's my father, he thinks. He helps him get up, and when he looks face to face with Bardock, his eyes shine. He takes his son by the face to confirm that the scene is real. "But it is impossible. How can you be here?" Bardock says. "We do not have much time. Frieza is coming and will destroy this planet." Bardock is impressed and asks his son how he knew that if he was supposed to have the premonitions. Goku interrupts him firmly. "There is no time to explain. For now, know that I decided to save the planet." Bardock pushes Goku aside and begins to walk towards the exit, saying that he himself will defeat Frieza. "Father, wait!" Goku shouts. Bardock goes outside, and without thinking, he rises quickly to the sky. Goku chases him. Leaving the atmosphere of planet Vegeta, Goku and Bardock meet a fearsome scenario. In front of them is the huge ship of Frieza. Moments later, hundreds of warriors against the two Saiyans come out of the lower hatch. Without hesitation, Bardock eliminates everyone who is in his way. Goku repels with ease each attack of the enemies that surround him in all directions. Frieza observes Bardock from inside the ship and a warrior identical to him. He is surprised by the situation and is attentive to everything that happens. Bardock shouts his name several times, ordering him to come out to face him. Goku looks at his father and calls him to try to warn him of how powerful the evil Emperor is. Frieza leaves the ship, staring at Bardock. Moments later, he accumulates energy in his hand and throws it, but it is totally annulled by a huge mass of energy emanating from Frieza's finger. Being ridiculously big, with great satisfaction, the tyrant sends it towards planet Vegeta. Bardock, seeing the huge power he has in front of him, becomes unable to do anything. "Father!" screams Kakarot. Goku watches the whole situation from behind, and in a matter of seconds, he positions himself in front of his father with the intention of taking care of the threat. Bardock did not expect that, and almost resigned asks, "But what are you doing, Kakarot?" Goku gets in position and begins to form the Kamehameha. He raises his ki and suddenly turns into Super Saiyan. Bardock does not give credit to what he is seeing. It is as he had seen in his premonitions, a golden warrior. Frieza, impressed by the transformation of that individual, gets angry and sends his great destructive ball with force. Accumulating a lot of energy in his hands, Goku throws the Kamehameha. When he collides with Frieza's technique, a battle of resistance begins. Goku, with his great experience in battle and knowing his opponent well, shouts his name loudly. Frieza feels fear when he hears that firm voice. "But who do you think you are, damn it? I'll kill you with this disgusting planet." Frieza rises from his throne and continues to sustain his enormous technique, but Goku manages to neutralize the dangerous power of his enemy. The two powers collide, causing a wide and powerful explosion that sends the enemy army fired in all directions. Bardock covers his days in front of the incredible expansive wave. Frieza, meanwhile, cannot believe that his power has been stopped. "But who is this warrior? Do you think you are stronger than me?" he says furiously as the commotion rises. Frieza cannot see anything. Moments later, Goku teleports in front of him, kicking his face so hard that the tyrant crosses his entire ship to the other side. Then the members of the Special Forces Ginyu quickly surround Goku with furious faces to neutralize him. Before they can do anything, the Saiyan hits them at a speed they cannot see, leaving them unconscious in the act.
Frieza is bleeding and in pain from the strong kick, looking furiously at the Saiyan who had hit him. He could not believe that someone could hurt him that way. I almost die with that blow, damn it. Frieza gets angrier and angrier, raising his fighting potential while staring at Goku. That blow hurt me. That blow really hurt me too much. His scream is heard miles away, while his body is enveloped in a tremendous purple explosion. Goku watches patiently, while Bardock is shocked by everything he sees. The emission of energy dissipates, and a bright glow surrounds Frieza's transformation. He is so furious that he chooses his last transformation, his true appearance. With a smile on his face, he begins to provoke him. I see that you will never learn. But what do you say, damn it? I'll shut your mouth forever, Frieza responds, swinging quickly towards Goku. Goku does the same, knocking him on the stomach and causing an intense pain to the evil Emperor. Then the Saiyan gives him a clean elbow on the neck, leaving him almost unconscious.
But Frieza does not give up. He turns around, trying to hit him with his tail, although Goku holds him tightly, and taking impulse, he throws him to fly at an impressive speed that the tyrant cannot stop. Frieza enters the planet Vegeta out of control, and minutes later he collides with a mountain, causing a large-scale explosion, as if it were a meteorite. It is difficult for him to stand up. He is dizzy, bleeding, or in pain, and stumbles when walking. It does not make sense for him that his most powerful transformation is defeated so easily by a couple of blows. Suddenly, Goku teleports in front of him, scaring him and making him fall on his back. Frieza gets angry, and when he gets up quickly, he accumulates energy in his hand. When he throws it, Goku takes it and hits his face, causing it to explode and send him hundreds of meters later. The tyrant this time has a hard time standing up more than before. When he finally succeeds and stands guard to fight, he does not see Goku anywhere. The Saiyan is behind him. When he turns around, Goku hits him wildly in the face and stomach. Goku continues to hit him without stopping and ends with a forceful blow to the stomach. The blow is so strong that the tyrant is too weak and without enough strength to counterattack. Goku finishes with a kick in the jaw, sending him again hundreds of meters, crossing 2 mountains in the distance. Bardock returns to the planet, still injured and a little weak, while watching the battle with his mouth open. Frieza wakes up and stays on his knees, unable to get up, beginning to get angrier and angrier. Goku appears right behind him. Don't even try, Frieza. Even if you fight with your maximum power, the result would be the same, the Emperor replies. You have no idea what you say, damned Saiyan, or whatever you are. I already surpassed your power a long time ago, Goku says seriously. Frieza manages to stand up while Bardock approaches the place where they are. Seeing him approach, the tyrant gets so angry that he threatens Goku's father, claiming that he is going to kill him and all the Saiyan race. I can't help it, Goku replies. Kakarot shouts, accumulating a lot of energy in his hands and sending it directly to Frieza. The explosion is so powerful and concentrated that it sends the defeated Emperor out of the planet, completely destroying himself in a huge explosion in space. After that last technique, Goku returns to his base state, breathing calmly. Bardock, still surprised, looks at the Saiyan for a moment, asking him, Kakarot, how is it possible? My name is Goku, and the truth is, I don't know how I got here. I must have died in that battle, he responds, referring to his confrontation with Majin Buu. Because if you hadn't been here, this planet would have disappeared. Bardock, before finishing his sentence, falls to the ground without strength to stand up. In a recovery chamber, Kakarot's father awakes. 2 doctors help him get out and recover. Where is Goku? Goku asks. Ah, the Saiyan without a tail, he has remained on the main balcony, answers one of the doctors. We knew what he did. He really is an incredible warrior, adds the other. Bardock gets dressed and goes out in search of him. On a large terrace, elevated in the tallest structure of the fortress, Goku is observing the horizon. He quickly feels the presence of his father behind him. "I see that you are much better, father. These 2 days you had in recovery gave me a lot to think about." Goku believed that he had returned to that planet to save him and then return. But now that he may have to remain in that time, there is no purpose other than to find out why he returned. In this time, there is no family or friends. Bardock explains that he does not have them, but he will have them, although not him, but the baby Kakarot who was sent to Earth. "What should I do?" Goku asks. "The last thing I remember is that I was facing a very strong opponent. Maybe if I can repeat that." After a long conversation between son and father, the future Saiyan decides to remain on the planet for a while. The other Saiyans begin to admire him and venerate his great power of battle. However, Vegeta, who was only 5 years old and had been on another planet for several months, along with Nappa and Raditz, when returning to the planet Vegeta and realizing that his father, King Vegeta, had died, decides to claim the troll. But both the army and the citizens see Goku as their new leader. Faced with this, Vegeta decides to go with Nappa with the aim of becoming stronger and returning for what he considers to be his. 21 years later, Raditz arrives on Earth. It is when he faces the Earth's Goku, being completely defeated. Vegeta, hearing of Raditz's death and hearing that he died at the hands of other Saiyans, decides to go to that planet with Nappa by his side. However, the real reason why Vegeta was interested in making that trip was to find the Dragon Balls to obtain the desire to be immortal and be able to face the Goku of the planet Vegeta. The prince, having Kakarot face to face, is speechless. He was unusually similar to the one who rules the planet Vegeta, but this warrior is identical to Goku. In the end, after an intense battle, both are seriously injured. The prince decides to retire for now, with the strong thought of the almost exact resemblance between that Saiyan of Earth and the one who rules the planet Vegeta. On the other hand, a year before Raditz's death, in space, near the planet of the Saiyans, there was a watchtower waiting for the arrival of a soldier of King Cult with information of the planet Vegeta. Upon arriving and starting to retire, the pilots see something strange floating in space. It was Frieza's body. With great fear, they decide to take it with the intention of trying to resuscitate it. When examining it, the scientists in charge of Cult determined that the body, being in contact with outer space, froze, leaving Frieza in a state of cryogenics, so they proceed to reconstruct it and bring him back to life. Sometime later, the operation and reconstruction are successful. When he awakes, Frieza orders him to go where Goku is to face him. "Wait," says his father. "In your current state, you could not beat anyone. Be patient." Frieza, hearing these words, gets angry, taking one of his soldiers by the neck, breaking his neck and killing him in the act. "Stop saying stupid things. I will kill that damned Saiyan once and for all." "The transformation of that race surpasses almost anyone in this universe," his father replies. "Go train. I guarantee you that you will be able to take your revenge." King Cult, with these words, manages to convince Frieza, who accepts scolding. A year later, in the present, the Emperor does not stop thinking about the day when he was totally defeated by that golden-haired warrior. He is in the command room when his right hand, Berry Blue, arrives with relevant news for Frieza.
"Have you made any progress?" Frieza asked. "My lord, nobody knows where that Goku comes from. A merchant from a nearby planet heard that he may come from the future." "Interesting. That would explain why he calls Bardock father." To be a Berry Blue. Frieza is worried, ordering him to speak if he has more information. "My sources have seen the presence of Saiyans who transform, raising their fighting power in an unimaginable way. That transformation is called the Super Saiyan." The Emperor's face is impressed, laughing tenaciously from below. More transformed Saiyans. Frieza had been planning his revenge against the planet Vegeta for a year and destroy it once and for all. But recently, he had become interested in the dragon spheres of the planet Namakusei. so he made the decision to send his father, King Colt, along with half of his army and Special Forces Ginyu for the Dragon Spheres, while he would go to planet Vegeta. The Emperor had to undergo a training that led him to exceed the limit of his power. His army of Super Saiyans does not worry me at all. With my new transformation, they will fall like insects, says Frieza. The Emperor orders to go at full speed to planet Vegeta. Planet Vegeta in all this time became one of the most influential and safe planets in the universe. The other planets in that galaxy had respect and fear at the same time. Goku, while staying in that place, began to feel that in some way his body and mind were affected and molded by living with Saiyans for so long. The thick atmosphere, along with the natural energy emanating from the Saiyans, gradually turned Goku into a less empathic, proud, strict, and challenging being. It was what was known on that planet as a disorder of challenging opposition, a disorder that occurs in those Saiyans who have never lived in the environmental and social conditions of planet Vegeta. By doing so, the dark instinct of their race arises unconsciously. Goku was looking at the horizon from the top of the fortress. Bardock arrives and stands by his side. I never believed that our race would become one of the most powerful in the universe. Nobody could dare to face us, says Bardock with confidence. You are wrong, replies Goku. Our power incites challenge or revenge. We must not lower our guard. Why do you say that? It has always been that way, Father. Bardock, before leaving, stops and asks him about the decision he made regarding Raditz's fate. Why did you send your own brother if you knew what was going to happen? It was a mission that only he should do, Father. It had to happen that way. I faced him a long time ago, and things ended just that way. Ginny is destroyed. You sent my son to die in the hands of my other son. I am also your son. I don't know what you are anymore, says Bardock before leaving Goku alone. The day progresses normally. Suddenly, one of the guards who was watches the sky in fear and immediately flies to inform Goku. Rai Goku, in the sky. I know, I perceive it too. Go and get ready with the others. Understood. The young soldier returns flying, just when Bardock arrives running. Father, they're here, says Goku. When the gate opens, the Emperor's army, made up of hundreds of fighters, leaves in all directions, ready to fight. Frieza comes out with a fairly confident face, waiting for the Saiyan army. Moments later, dozens of Saiyans descend from the sky, who upon landing stand guard. Attack, ordered Frieza. The Emperor's forces raise their fighting power and go against the Saiyans. These become golden-haired warriors and dominate the battle. The Emperor, seeing his troops fall with moderate ease, decides to move at an almost imperceptible speed, goes in front of one of the Saiyans and knocks him down with a single blow to the stomach, losing this transformation. Thus, he goes against each one, defeating them with strong blows. The last one left, being the most skillful, swung against Frieza, causing an exchange of blows and kicks at high speed, ending with a blow in the thigh of the Saiyan to Frieza. The Emperor straightens his face with a mocking smile. Do you want to know what a real blow will be? He said, with a cold tone, calmly. The Saiyan receives at high speed a right blow to the face, dying in the act. What are you waiting for, useless? Advance, Frieza shouts to his army. Minutes after advancing in the air, Frieza sees a wall of Saiyans in the distance. They stop dry, beginning to laugh. The Emperor's army and that of Goku advance quickly and collide in a numerous and noisy battle. Frieza quickly descends and lands on the ground. Goku and Bardock do the same. I admit that it took me some time, but I finally returned to eliminate this planet at once. I am afraid that wish will not come true today, Frieza, Goku replied. Your transformation of Super Saiyan will not be able to save me from me. Frieza's goal in wanting to destroy the planet more than 20 years ago was to prevent the emergence of the Super Saiyan of the legends. But now that he feels confident after a year of training, he considers the transformation of golden hair much inferior to him. Well, Saiyan, this time it will not be as easy as that time, I guarantee you. I hope you can entertain me this time, said confident Kakarot. The two rush at each other and collide, causing a strong wave of air. Both launch blows at high speed.
Frieza crouches, dodging, and quickly connects a clean blow to the stomach of the Saiyan. He takes advantage of a kick in the jaw, and before flying out, Frieza quickly takes him by the neck with his tail, pushing forward and sending him towards a large mound of stone. Goku hits that mound hard, and without wasting time, the Emperor was already in front of him, sending him into the huge rock with a blow in the face, and then with several energy balls exploding the place. Goku rises above the explosion, smiling tenaciously. Moments later, throws several energy balls into the sky. "Well, this will get interesting," Goku screams, raising his fighting power, reaching the transformation of Super Saiyan, and launches himself again against Frieza. Approaching quickly, the Saiyan disappears, reappearing behind the Emperor, sending him hundreds of meters underground, hitting him with both hands. The exchange of blows continues underground, and then they rise to the surface, rising more and more, reaching the highest without ceasing to hick. Frieza retreats, accumulating a concentrated amount of energy in his hand and sending it quickly against Goku. He does the same, each resisting his technique, until the crash causes a loud and wide explosion. The Saiyan goes through the humor at great speed, connecting a strong blow to the Emperor's stomach. Feeling that shockwave, even the same bared that was on the ground. Frieza also does the same, hitting Goku in the stomach with the same force. The two move away, staring at each other with smiles of enthusiasm. Goku proceeds to transform into Phase 2 of the Super Saiyan. "Wow," says Frieza, "now you will fight seriously. Let's say I'm still warming up." The Saiyan flies quickly, propelling a powerful blow to the Emperor's face, but he blocks the blow easily with a look of confidence.
I would get serious. Frieza, in a fast movement, places himself above Goku, kicking him, falling on his face and making a huge crater on the ground. Goku, as he leaves the underground, watches Frieza fly towards him at full speed, and before he crashes, he disappears, leaving only his residual image. He instantly appears in front of the Saiyan, hitting him hard on the face. He is stunned and with his nose bleeding, the moment when the Emperor tips him a series of blows, one after another. Goku, unable to defend himself, tries to hit him with energy gathered in his hand. Frieza blocks him and decides to hit him, exploiting such power in his face. After dissipating the huge explosion, Goku was hundreds of meters ahead. He gets up to continue fighting. The two shoot out and violently collide, exchanging blows more and more quickly. The place begins to tremble as they rise and move from one side to the other, emitting shock waves. The fight extends for a long time until Frieza stops, with the intention of putting Goku in trouble. "It's time to give you a little gift." The Emperor expels a lot of energy as he screams ferociously. The power is so great that the ground breaks, opening great paths and collapsing mountains. At the end, Frieza reveals a transformation never seen before. A vibrant red color covered his body, with a strong aura appearing transparent flames. Heavens, I'm sorry I made you wait. I'm still adapting to this new form, but I assure you it will be worth it, said Frieza with a mocking tone. Wow, said Goku, I hadn't seen that transformation. I can't wait to see what you're capable of. But first, the Saiyan expelled his power while screaming energetically. More than 100 Saiyans who were on alert after defeating Frieza's army raised their arms towards Goku. He gathered the energy of each of them, wrapping it in a dense, dark cloak. Goku screamed inside while an intense light came out everywhere, ending in a massive explosion. A long time ago, Goku made the decision to train a part of the army to achieve the transformation of the Super Saiyan and learn to control his power. Bardock was curious to know why he wanted to train them. As Saiyans we are, our destiny is to be Super Saiyans. But why are you so interested in training those soldiers faster than normal? Asked Bardock. I've been thinking about an idea for a long time, to be able to reach a new phase. In case I need it, I'll go to them. But for that, I have to train them well. You should keep perfecting your transformation, Father, concluded Goku. We return to the present, where Goku radiated a strong and thick, intense aura. Both Frieza's and Goku's powers affected the atmosphere of the planet, causing gray clouds and thunder. The Emperor observed the new transformation of the Saiyan, motivated and eager to face the opponent he had in front of him. For this transformation, it's necessary to gather the energy of 100 Saiyans and have the strength necessary to control this power. This is undoubtedly the perfect Super Saiyan, Goku replied, focused seriously. Wow, perfect. Let's see if you're a rival to me, said Frieza with a challenging voice. The Emperor shoots towards the Saiyan. He stands guard but realizes something that leaves him impressed. Frieza was approaching at such a high speed that he bent for a moment the space he left behind him. Upon arrival, Frieza launched a blow so strong that the expansive waves spread kilometers in diameter. Goku managed to cover himself in time, responding with another blow, being evaded by the Emperor. There is an exchange of punches and kicks at a speed so high that no one could see the fight clearly, not even Bardock himself. They were teleported from one side to the other, explosions were heard everywhere, mountains destroying themselves, and immense discharges of energy at all times. The two hit each other, kicked, and threw themselves into rocky mountains violently at high speed. Goku manages to hit him in the stomach, sending him away, but did not realize that Frieza moved so fast that he placed himself just behind him with accumulated energy in each hand. Goku turned around and what he saw was his opponent putting his hands together in his face and throwing such energy with a large-scale burst and an almost atomic explosion. Goku shoots at full speed for the technique that Frieza did. As he crosses several mountains, he lands violently braking with his hands and feet, making his way to the ground. Luckily, Goku reacted in time to the Emperor's technique, covering his face for very little. His arms received the impact, seeing them releasing a little smoke. The Saiyan is a little concerned to see that the new powers of his rival are really surprising. He takes the opportunity to send several energy balls to the sky, then squeezes his fists and prepares to fly quickly to where Frieza is. The Emperor suddenly appears in front of the Saiyan, sending a quick blow towards his face. How fast, thought Goku. He covers himself with his arms again, resulting in such a blow and a powerful shockwave, creating a huge crater below them. Goku looked clearly disadvantaged in the fight, but he has no intention of giving up. He responds with a series of blows, being dodged by all of them. Both take each other's hands, pushing each other. The intensity of their hands caused energy waves everywhere, and the ground expanding more and more. Both raised their fighting power to levels never seen before, causing a huge dome of energy around them that ended in an imposing explosion. Frieza connects a blow to the face that stuns Goku. Then he takes him by his clothes and with an impulse he crushes him against the ground. The Emperor, without wasting time, already had his other arm in position to continue hitting Kakarot. The blow was so powerful that it caused a lot of cracks on the ground and intense waves. Frieza smiles when he sees that only his residual image of Goku remains on the ground, seeing that he managed to dodge it in the last second. He turns around and receives a direct blow to the nose from the Saiyan, hitting with more blows at high speed, making the Emperor retreat. Frieza attacks one of his blows, launching an energy attack that the Saiyan dodges. But Frieza pushes himself again, sending him to fly with the arm he had held, crashing him with a mountain. After him, hundreds of Frieza energy balls explode in the place where Goku fell. Without wasting time, Frieza flies quickly to his meeting, but Goku expels a tremendous expansive wave, taking him from above. He begins to concentrate, raising his ki. Frieza, at surprising speed, takes him by the neck and takes him flying, crossing with him several mountains that were at a certain distance. Kakarot lets go and moves him away with a blow to the jaw, but it was Frieza's residual image. He was under him and took the Saiyan by the foot, throwing him. Frieza intercepts him later and connects a blow that sends him in another direction, while intercepting him again in flight, repeating this several times, hitting Goku until he crashed to the ground. He gets up, evidently injured, seeing the Emperor lifted in the air.
I thought it would be fast, but I didn't think it would be that much, thought furious Goku. It is costing me to follow his movements. The blood on his face is cleaned, and he goes again against the Emperor, receiving him with a smile. Both begin to hit each other in a series of exchanges of attacks and counterattacks everywhere. Bardock, who saw the fight from afar, had many difficulties to keep an eye on her. As time went by and both stood up in a fierce fight, Goku felt a little tired and bruised. In his mind, he was trying to figure out how to take advantage of the fight. Even Frieza showed confidence in his face, telling the Saiyan that he still does not show all his power. "That's what I supposed. You've only been playing all this time," Goku replies. They both go down to the ground and stand guard. They raise their fighting power, and the Saiyans send several concentrated energy balls to the sky again. "What are you doing, Saiyan? Did you get a screw? I'm here." Goku throws himself against the Emperor, but he disappears, leaving Goku impressed. He looks for him everywhere, but he feels his ki very diffuse, as if he were in different parts of the place. Suddenly, he feels an intense blow to the side, taking him by surprise. Then a tremendous blow to the neck, and another all over the face, sending him shot hundreds of meters against a rock wall. Seconds later, a burst of energy balls chases the Saiyan, exploding the place. He appears with a teleportation above the explosion, barely saving himself from receiving that blast. But what was that? Goku wondered. What did that bastard just do? Goku did not understand how he received such blows without seeing who gave them to him. Suddenly, he feels the place around him a little distorted, receiving an intense blow to the stomach that leaves him deprived of pain. He hears sonic movements everywhere while he receives a powerful blow to the back, sending him to the ground at full speed. After the impact, and when he gets up confused, Frieza appears behind him, asking him if he wants to keep playing. The Emperor was moving at such a high speed that he distorted the space. Goku himself could not see his movements, implying that Frieza was superior. The Saiyan was standing, receiving thousands of blows from all directions, unable to defend himself, as he could not follow his movements. Faced with the pressure in which Goku was, a huge red energy dome rose in the distance next to a great cry of Osaru, reaching them the expansive wave. The dome, surrounded by electricity, explodes. When it dissipated, Bardock was found, turned into Super Saiyan Phase 4. He instantly appears next to Goku, managing to block a blow from the fast Frieza and starting an exchange of extremely intense blows that makes the place tremble. Kakaroto recovers his composure and joins the blast of punches, where father and son hit Frieza at the same time, making him retreat at great speed. He stops in the middle and watches his new opponent. "Wow, father and son join in a desperate attempt to get the victory. It's really pathetic," he says while laughing in a mocking way. Both Goku and Bardock raise their fighting powers and shoot at Frieza. He crosses his arms, flying backwards while dodging and covering with his legs the blows and combinations of both that were thrown at him. The intense exchange left expansive waves and explosions of energy everywhere. Frieza takes each one by the neck and at a speed close to that of light takes them to the ground, crushing them violently. The crater he made with that movement was so wide and devastating that it stretched hundreds of meters. Goku was stunned, while Bardock, in pain, held the fat that strangled him. He gets angry, rising to the sky while taking Frieza. "Come on, Bardock, show me what you're capable of." Both threw themselves hard in an impressive succession of blows and kicks all over the place. Frieza dodged almost without difficulty, making Bardock angrier and angrier, causing him to attack uncontrollably. The Emperor takes advantage of it to take him by the neck and strangle him with immense force. Bardock chooses to raise his ki to the extreme until it explodes, but Frieza only dimly smiles as if he were playing with him. Seconds later, Goku appears with a flying kick to the Emperor, sending him to the ground at great speed. "Father, are you okay? That damn thing is pretty strong," Bardock groaned. A tremendous reddish explosion sweeps the whole place. As it dissipates, Frieza places himself in position to go against them. "There he comes. Let's attack together," Goku tells his father. Both the Emperor and Bardock and Goku come out shot. The clash between them causes an immense explosion. The three fighters join in an exchange of blows at an unimaginable speed. They teleport from one place to another, each without intention of taking a step back. Father and son synchronize their attacks so that one defends himself and the other attacks, exchanging roles quickly during the fight. They confuse the Emperor, who receives strong blows from both without being able to cover himself.
As Goku covers himself with a blow, his father instantly kicks him, sending him far away to Frieza and making him land on a wall of rocks. The Emperor, when he gets up, watches them cursing Albus. Father and son teleport, one behind and one in front of Blue Frieza. As the exchange of blows begins, Goku uses a tie, paralyzing the Emperor. Bardock teleports in front of Frieza, propping him in a matter of seconds, hundreds of blows at high speed. The Emperor, while receiving the blow, got angrier and angrier, managing surprisingly to get rid of the tie. He holds a blow that went to his face, and with a counterattack sends Bardock to crash hundreds of meters. Goku swings against Frieza, but to the surprise of the Saiyan, he is paralyzed by the Emperor's ki. He receives a strong kick in the stomach and a concentrated energy ball that sends him flying from place to place. Father and son are questioning how to defeat Frieza's red transformation. "How about it," says doubtful Bardock. "The fusion," answers Goku, finishing his sentence. At that moment, Frieza appears as if by magic in front of them with a malevolent smile. Suddenly, he disappears before the eyes of the two Saiyans, receiving these countless blows from all directions at almost a speed of light. Both end up notably injured and weakened by that attack. They needed a distraction to play their final card. They swing against the Emperor in the sky and quickly go down to the ground, getting in position. Both scream at the same time the Kamehameha technique, sending against their opponent the most powerful attack that Goku had made. Frieza was stunned by the huge energy ball that was approaching quickly, responds with a powerful red ball. Both techniques collide. Father and son scream with all their might, causing Frieza to receive and explode with the Kamehameha. The resulting explosion was colossal, and it took a while to dissipate. "Did we kill him?" says Bardock. "No, I still feel his ki."
It's our chance. Frieza comes down slowly with minor injuries and furious, looking angrily at the two Ayajitas, who at that moment perform the fusion. The thunder of light spreads everywhere, revealing a transformation that exceeded the limits. "Wow," says curious Frieza. "Both joined and now they are one. I did not expect that. The fusion is called, and my name is Barlot." This extends his hand to the Emperor. "Now you're going to die." Frieza gets angry and swings. Barlot, without moving, impacts him with several ki waves, hitting him in various parts of the body, and the last one sends him against a mountain. Frieza gets up, expelling a large amount of energy, and flies against Barlot. They exchange blows at high speed, but Barlot dominated the battle easily. Frieza receives a direct blow to the stomach, being deprived of pain and being sent to the ground with a blow to the face. When he gets up, Barlot appears behind him and unleashes a strong kick on the side, breaking his arm and sending him shot. Moments later, a rain of energy balls explodes on Frieza. The Emperor gets up badly injured, holding his broken arm. He suddenly disappears with his super speed, with the intention of hitting Goku as he did with Frieza, but he clearly saw his movements, holding and dodging each attack. Barlot surprises Frieza with a blow to the face, leaving him stunned. He is quickly teleported to the air, sending a rain of powerful energies, exploding the whole place. Frieza gets up quite injured, but Barlot connects powerful blows to him, making it difficult for him to reincorporate. Damn, how are you so powerful? I don't understand." "It's time to end this once and for all," says Barlot. Each explosion of energy generated in the battle, in addition to the energy balls that Goku sent to the sky, allowed his ki to mix in the upper atmosphere. Going down in a lightning-shaped chop at an inhuman speed, controlled by Bardock from the ground, the merged Saiyan, with his arm extended to the sky, executes a firm downward movement. The ki descends like a thunder in the form of lightning at an unimaginable speed, crossing the Emperor's chest. The ground breaks in a tremendous expansive wave. The great Frieza loses his red transformation, falling on his knees, while observing the merged Saiyans with anger and frustration. Barlot ends the confrontation with a powerful and immense Kamehameha, completely destroying the evil Emperor. A while later, the fusion fades away and they return to normal. Bardock's face showed surprise and confusion. Goku watches the sky frustrated. Even so, I can't go back. Moments later, he retreats flying to the fortress. Days later, Goku receives the news that the planet Namekusei was destroyed and King Cold defeated by a warrior who achieved the transformation of the Super Saiyan. This darkened Goku's mind, thinking that everything is going perfectly with the Goku of the Earth. Maybe he is the answer, he thought. Bardock had not been seen for days. He was in his room thinking if what he saw was real. During the fusion with Goku, he was able to briefly observe a memory of his son. Bardock makes the decision to confront him. Looking for him, they tell him that he is training in a remote place. He decides to fly there. When he found him, Goku was meditating. "Get up, we must talk," he ordered Bardock. His son kept meditating without paying any attention. "Is it true what I saw when I was fused with you? Tell me now." Goku opens his eyes and answers, "You don't know what you saw. It is normal that in the fusion our minds—" "Don't lie to me," Bardock shouts. "Do you plan to face the Kakarot of the Earth and kill my son? I will not allow it." Bardock quickly transforms into Super Saiyan. Goku gets up and observes the power that expels the transformation. "And I could also see that you plan to face me." Bardock expels more power, while Goku only observes. "Father, you are making a mistake." Bardock throws himself against his son to face him. Goku stops him dry, paralyzing him with his hand. "Damn! No, Goku, I'm going to stop you before—" Bardock inflates from within and explodes, destroying himself in 1,000 pieces. Vegeta, a completely militarized Saiyan planet, and with hundreds of conquests every day, was in a strong internal conflict due to Bardock's strange disappearance after his encounter with Goku in Hana's lands. The Saiyans, believing that Goku was hiding information about the father's disappearance, began to distrust their king and launched a coup d'etat with the intention of defeating him together. On Earth, Vegeta, being revived with those who died at the hands of King Cold with the Dragon Balls, decides to stay there until the Goku of the Earth appears. At that time, Vegeta was worried about how immensely strong Vegeta's king was. For a long time, he had been in contact with a Saiyan who informed him of what was happening on the planet. Thus, Vegeta learned of the battle between Goku, Bardock, and Frieza. But for a long time, the Saiyan spy stopped sending information. "It's very strange," Vegeta thought. Months later, Vegeta remained busy training to become Super Saiyan. Trunks appears, predicting the place and time where Goku would land. Upon arrival on Earth, he is received by his family and friends. Patiently, he waited for the right time to talk to him about the danger in which the Earth was. Trunks, after his conversation with Goku and revealing the future appearance of the androids, returns to his time. Vegeta decides to talk to Goku about the existence of another Goku that governs the planet of Vegeta. "What? But how is it possible? His name is also Goku?" Surprised question. Vegeta reveals everything he has been able to find about the Saiyan who gave him information. He tells him about the Super Saiyans he has as an army and the level of fight with which he currently has that Goku. He could not believe what he heard. His way of manipulating the ki is something I had never seen before. That insect is almost invincible. "Vegeta, how do we beat an opponent like that? He is a Saiyan like us. If he reached that level, it is not logical that we too." 3 years, Goku thought. The androids arrive in 3 years, and now we have this problem. The safest is for that King Kakarot to arrive much earlier. We must start training as soon as possible. The months passed, and Goku had a hard time accepting that in another galaxy reigns a person exactly like him, with the same name and with an unimaginable power. "Why do you want to destroy everything?" Goku asked. "It could arrive at any time." Goku and Vegeta decide to enter the Room of Time, spending several days inside of it. When he left, Bende, sad, tells them that the planet of the new Namekusei was destroyed.
"I'm sorry, Goku. I know you had a lot of affection to my race, but the planets ceased to exist." He also destroyed several more planets that were in his way. Bende contained his cry almost without success. "Tell me, Bende, who did it? A warrior who was identical to you." Goku exploded with anger.
How dare that damn! At sight, it could be seen clearly that he had many desires to be able to face that powerful Saiyan. But Vegeta knew how harmful this could be due to the power difference between Vegeta and the war. Time goes by, and Goku, Vegeta, and the Z-Warriors trained, getting stronger and stronger. Vegeta was inside the gravity chamber when he felt Goku's ki landing thousands of kilometers away. How strange, he thought. He was out here a while ago. What is he doing so far now? Vegeta goes out to meet the others, and everyone watches surprised the distance. But if Goku was here with us, who is that presence? Piccolo asked. Goku was shocked to feel his own ki thousands of kilometers away. An imposing figure slowly descended into a place totally far from civilization. It was the very King Goku. My home, he thought. He perceived that the Z-Warriors would take a while to arrive and was ready to wait. His look was serious and sad. It had been a long time he wanted to be on Earth, but at the same time he did not feel it his. He felt like a kind imposter since it was not his timeline, and that frustrated him. A while later, the Z-Warriors, along with Goku and Vegeta, arrived at the place. Everyone was surprised to see the exact resemblance they both had. Goku, Vegeta, how long? Goku replied, focused of the future. I thought I would not see you again. Sooner or later, I would look for you to make you sad, Vegeta replied. If that's what it takes to come back, I think it's perfect. Otherwise, I'll stay and take the place that belongs to me, I answered the king. Everyone was surprised to hear that. What do you mean? What are you talking about? Goku asked impatiently. I came just for you two Saiyajins. You are the key to everything, and if I have to kill you, so be it. Vegeta was already angry to hear that, transforming into Super Saiyan, and without thinking, he flies uncontrollably against the king to hit him. Vegeta, wait! Goku shouts. The king easily holds the blow, and from a movement sends him far from there. Goku quickly flew to the place where Vegeta fell to see if he was okay. The Goku of the future, in a blink of an eye, was in front of the Z-Warriors. Everyone is surprised by the incredible speed that he had. Friends, I missed you. Gohan, son, I missed you a lot. Although the last time I saw you, you were an adult. Everyone was speechless before what the king told them. Gohan, he is not Goku. He's an imposter, Piccolo replies. I really miss the food your mother made me. Gohan, you will be an extremely powerful Saiyajin. I'm proud of you. You have an immense hidden power, you'll see. Gohan, don't pay attention. He's an imposter. Everyone attack now, Piccolo shouted. All the Z-Warriors launched against Goku of the future, except Gohan, who was confused by everything he heard. The king dodged and easily covered himself from the attacks of Tenshinhan, Yamcha, Piccolo, and Krillin. I don't want to hurt them.
Dragon Ball fans have had a surprisingly active month with new discussions, hints, and movements that are keeping the franchise very much alive in the spotlight. Even without a major official release, the community has been buzzing with speculation about what's coming next, especially around the continuation of the story following recent manga developments. One of the biggest topics right now is the future of the anime. Rumors and insider comments have started circulating again, suggesting that a new animated project could already be in early stages. Nothing officially confirmed yet, but the consistency of these discussions has brought a renewed sense of anticipation among fans who've been waiting for a true continuation for years. Meanwhile, the manga continues to expand the universe in interesting ways, exploring deeper character moments and refining power dynamics. readers have been particularly engaged with how certain characters are evolving, with more strategic battles and less reliance on pure transformation spectacle. This shift has been well received, giving the story a slightly more mature tone. On the gaming side, Dragon Ball also remains strong. Updates and content discussions around existing titles have kept players active, while subtle hints about future projects are fueling curiosity. It's clear that the franchise still holds massive commercial power, especially in interactive media. Another highlight this month has been the community itself. Fan animations, theories, and reinterpretations of classic moments have gained traction online, showing that Dragon Ball continues to inspire creativity across generations. The engagement level hasn't dropped, it's just transformed. Overall, even in a quieter release period, Dragon Ball proves that it doesn't need constant launches to stay relevant. The legacy, combined with strategic updates and ongoing speculation, keeps the energy alive. And if the current momentum is any indication, something bigger may be closer than it seems.